Power. Legacy wastes absolutely no time setting the tone, and that's what makes this trailer so effective. From the very first moments, it feels darker, sharper, and more focused than anything we've seen recently. This isn't about building up anymore. This is about consequences. The trailer makes it very clear that everything that happened in Ghost and Force was just preparation for what's coming next. Tommy Egan and Tariq St aren't just survivors anymore. They're players at the highest level. You can feel that shift immediately. The dialogue is minimal, but every line carries weight. Every look feels calculated. There's this constant sense that something is about to explode, and that suspense never lets up. What really stands out is how the trailer positions Power Legacy as a continuation, not a reset. This isn't a soft reboot or a side story. This is the next stage of the Power timeline, where past decisions finally collide. You can sense that the story is moving faster now, but at the same time, it feels more controlled. The writing feels confident, like the creators know exactly where they're going. There's no over-explaining, no hand-holding. The trailer trusts the audience to understand the stakes, and that trust makes it hit even harder. You also get the feeling that New York isn't just a location anymore. It's a battlefield. The city feels alive, hostile, and unforgiving, almost like another character in the story. And when you combine that with Tommy's hunger for expansion and Tariq's unfinished business, it becomes clear that Power Legacy is about dominance. Not just power in the streets, but power of influence, intelligence, and survival. The trailer doesn't show us everything, and that's exactly the point. It leaves just enough unanswered questions to make you uneasy. Who's really in control? Who's lying? And who's not making it out alive this time? One thing is certain: Power Legacy isn't here to repeat history, it's here to rewrite it. What makes the Power Legacy trailer truly hit different is how it frames Tommy and Tariq as reflections of each other, yet complete opposites at the same time. You can feel that tension even without them sharing much screen time in the trailer. Tommy moves like a force of nature, raw, fearless, and unpredictable, while Tariq feels colder, smarter, and more strategic than ever before. The trailer makes it clear that both of them have evolved since we last saw them, but not in the same way. Tommy looks like a man who has fully embraced who he is. There's no confusion left in him, no identity crisis. He knows exactly what he wants, and he's done asking for permission. Every scene with him feels heavy, like violence is always just one breath away. On the other hand, Tariq feels more dangerous in a quiet way. He doesn't need to raise his voice or show strength physically. His power comes from planning, from seeing moves before they happen, from knowing how to manipulate the board while everyone else thinks they're in control. And that contrast is where Power Legacy finds its edge. The trailer subtly suggests that these two aren't just allies or partners, they're potential threats to each other. There's an unspoken question hanging over everything. Can two men who crave control exist in the same space without one eventually turning on the other? The Power universe has always thrived on betrayal, and the trailer leans heavily into that idea. You get the sense that trust is a luxury neither of them can afford anymore. Every alliance feels temporary. Every deal feels like it comes with a hidden cost. What's even more intense is how the trailer hints that the past is catching up to both of them. Ghost's shadow still looms over Tariq, whether he admits it or not, and Tommy is clearly haunted by everyone he's lost along the way. Those ghosts aren't just memories, they're motivation. They push these characters forward, but they also threaten to drag them down. The trailer do. Another reason the Power Legacy trailer feels so powerful is because it expands the scale of the universe without losing its intensity. This doesn't feel like a small personal story anymore. It feels global, or at least like it's heading there. The trailer hints that the game has changed and the streets alone are no longer enough. There are bigger organizations involved now, higher-level players who don't get their hands dirty but still control everything from the shadows. You can feel that Tommy and Tariq are stepping into a world where mistakes aren't forgiven and second chances don't exist. The atmosphere is thicker, more dangerous, and more unpredictable than ever before. Power has always been about ambition, but Legacy pushes that ambition to an extreme. This is no longer about survival. This is about expansion, influence, legacy. The trailer suggests that every move made in this series will have ripple effects far beyond one city or one crew. There's also a strong sense that the rules everyone used to play by no longer apply. Old methods won't work in this new era, and that puts even experienced players at risk. Tommy's brute force approach and Tariq's calculated strategies are both being tested in ways we haven't seen before. The trailer makes it clear that intelligence, patience, and timing will be just as deadly as bullets, and what really elevates the tension is the feeling that no one is untouchable. The Power universe has never been afraid to kill major characters, and this trailer reminds us of that. Every scene feels like it could be someone's last. There's no comfort, no safety net, and no guarantee that fan favorites will survive. That constant uncertainty is what keeps the suspense alive. You also get the impression that new enemies won't just be obstacles, they'll be mirrors. Characters who reflect what Tommy and Tariq could become if they go too far, or not far enough. That psychological layer adds depth to the story and raises the stakes even. One of the most interesting things about the Power Legacy trailer is how heavily it leans into the idea of consequences. Every look, every line, every moment feels like it's tied to something that already happened. This trailer makes it clear that nothing in this universe is forgotten. The past isn't buried, it's waiting. Tommy and Tariq aren't starting fresh, no matter how much power they gain or how far they expand. Their reputations follow them, and so do their mistakes. That alone adds a layer of tension that's impossible to ignore. You get the sense that enemies aren't just forming because of greed or territory, but because of unfinished business. Old wounds are reopening, and people who were once silent are ready to speak or strike. The trailer also hints at internal conflict, not just external threats. Power has always been at its best when characters are fighting themselves as much as they're fighting others, and Legacy seems to fully embrace that. Tommy's confidence feels unbreakable on the surface, but there's a recklessness underneath that could cost him everything. Tariq, meanwhile, looks like he's carrying the weight of his choices more than ever. He's smarter, yes, but that intelligence comes with paranoia. The trailer subtly suggests that isolation might become his biggest weakness. The higher you climb in this world, the fewer people you can trust, and Power Legacy seems ready to explore that reality in a brutal way. There's also a strong theme of identity running through the trailer. Who are these men without the chaos? Without the power? The trailer doesn't answer that question, but it makes it clear that both Tommy and Tariq are being pushed toward a breaking point. And when that breaking point comes, it won't just affect them. It will shake the entire universe around them. That's what makes this series feel so dangerous. It's not just about crime or control. It's about what happens when the very thing that gave you power starts demanding Eve. What really makes the Power Legacy trailer unforgettable is the promise of scale, ambition, and unpredictability all rolled into one. This isn't a story that's content with repeating old beats. It's setting up a world where anything can happen, and the stakes are higher than ever. You get the sense that every city, every character, and every decision is interconnected, forming a web of tension that's impossible to escape. Tommy's move to New York isn't just a change of scenery. It's a declaration of war. The trailer hints at alliances that could crumble at any moment, and rivalries that are far from resolved. Even the smallest glance or gesture feels loaded with meaning, making it clear that Power Legacy isn't just about what you see on the surface, it's about reading between the lines. There's a pulse to the trailer that matches the heartbeat of the series. Fast, tense, and relentless. You feel it in every moment, from the quiet, calculating scenes to the explosive confrontations. And while the trailer doesn't show every piece of the puzzle, it gives just enough to make your mind race with possibilities. Who will survive? Who will betray who? Who will rise to the top? And who will fall first? That uncertainty is the magic of Power Legacy, and it's what sets it apart from any other show in the genre. The trailer makes it clear that this isn't just another spin-off. This is a continuation, an escalation, and a redefinition of the Power universe. With Tommy and Tariq at the center, the series promises to deliver tension, thrills, and twists in a way that only Power can. By the end of the trailer, you're left with a single, undeniable thought. Power Legacy isn't coming. It's here, it's dangerous, and it's going to dominate. Fans aren't just being teased anymore. They're being pulled into a story that feels alive, unpredictable, and impossible to look away from. And judging by this trailer, every second of Power Legacy is going to be a ride that no one in the U. The trailer also does an incredible job of teasing what lies ahead without giving anything away, and that's what makes it so addictive. There's a sense that Power Legacy is about evolution, not just of the characters, but of the entire universe. Every shot feels intentional, every beat carefully placed to remind us that this story isn't just about one city, one family, or one crime empire. It's about the consequences of choices, the fragility of trust, and the dangerous allure of power itself. Tommy's hunger for control is more than ambition now. It's a force that could either elevate him to untouchable heights or destroy everything he's built. Tariq, on the other hand, seems sharper than ever, aware that every move has a price, yet willing to pay it if it means securing his position. The trailer hints at new alliances, new enemies, and even old faces returning with their own agendas, but it does so in a way that keeps you guessing at every turn. You can feel the tension building, the stakes climbing, and the clock ticking. It's the kind of suspense that Power has always mastered, but here it's dialed up to the maximum. What makes this trailer particularly exciting is how it balances action with strategy. There are moments that make your heart race, followed by quiet, tense beats that remind you that in the Power universe, it's often the unseen moves that matter most. Every glance, every smirk, every whisper carries weight. Legacy feels like a chessboard with lives instead of pieces, and every character is making moves that could lead to victory or total annihilation. And as the trailer ends, you're left with one undeniable feeling. The story is bigger, the stakes are higher, and nothing is off limits. Power Legacy isn't just the next chapter. It's a full-scale escalation, promising shocking twists, breathtaking betrayals, and intense drama that will keep fans glued to every second. If this trailer is any indication, the universe isn't just expanding, it's Ev. One of the most striking aspects teased in the Power Legacy trailer is just how unpredictable everything feels. The series has always thrived on shocking twists, but this trailer makes it clear that nothing, not a character, not a deal, not even a city, is safe. Every scene pulses with tension, as if the slightest misstep could trigger chaos. The trailer gives subtle hints that new players are entering the game, ones who are smarter, faster, and more ruthless than anything Tommy or Tariq have faced before. And yet, it also makes it obvious that even the most experienced characters aren't untouchable. Legacy seems determined to explore the fragility of power in a way that's both thrilling and terrifying. The stakes are bigger, the ambitions higher, and the risks more personal than ever. You can feel that every choice matters, that every move could have far-reaching consequences, and that alliances are only as strong as the next moment allows. It's also exciting to see how the trailer teases a balance between legacy and reinvention. While fans will recognize familiar faces and motifs from previous chapters, there's a freshness to the presentation, new locations, new conflicts, and new dynamics that feel alive and unpredictable. The trailer suggests that Power Legacy is about pushing boundaries, both for its characters and the audience. There's a sense of escalation, like everything we've seen before is just the warm-up. And the tension is relentless. With Tommy's bold ambition, Tariq's cunning strategy, and the emergence of unknown forces, the series seems poised to take fans on a ride where the only certainty is uncertainty itself. By the end of the trailer, one thing is undeniable. Power Legacy is shaping up to be the most thrilling, suspenseful, and ambitious chapter in the Power universe yet. Every second of this trailer screams intensity, promising a series that will challenge expectations, defy predictability, and leave viewers on the edge of their seats. Beyond the suspense and tension, the Power Legacy trailer also makes it clear that the series is going to dive deeper into the psychology of its characters than ever before. It's not just about who survives or who controls the streets. It's about the cost of ambition, the weight of decisions, and how far someone is willing to go to protect their empire. Tommy and Tariq aren't just fighting others. They're battling themselves, their pasts, and the choices that have defined them. The trailer hints at moments of vulnerability, rare glimpses that remind us these characters are human. even as they operate on a level that often feels larger than life. Yet, those moments of humanity are what make the stakes feel unbearable. When someone so calculated or so fearless shows even a flicker of doubt or fear, the tension skyrockets because we know the consequences could be catastrophic. Legacy also seems ready to challenge relationships in unexpected ways. The trailer teases that trust will be tested, loyalties will shift, and alliances will fracture under pressure. Every character's motive feels layered, and every interaction carries hidden meaning. This isn't a simple story of good versus evil. It's a story of power, ambition, betrayal, and survival, all intertwined in a way that makes every second feel urgent. And while fans may recognize certain dynamics from previous shows, there's a freshness here, a sense that nothing is predictable. Power, legacy is promising twists that feel earned, conflicts that feel personal, and stakes that feel larger than ever. The trailer leaves viewers on edge because it signals that the series won't hold back. Every move, every decision, and every confrontation could change the game entirely. By the time it ends, one thought lingers: power. Legacy isn't just a continuation, it's an evolution, a bold, high-stakes expansion of the universe, promising suspense, intensity, and drama that will keep audiences hooked from the first frame to the L. The trailer also does an incredible job of reminding viewers why the Power universe has become such a cultural phenomenon, and why Power Legacy feels like the most ambitious chapter yet. From the first frame, you can feel the legacy of the previous series, the tension, the danger, and the complex relationships that made the earlier shows unforgettable. But this trailer makes it clear that the stakes are higher than ever. Tommy and Tariq aren't just navigating familiar territory, they're stepping into a world that's larger, more dangerous, and filled with players who aren't afraid to take everything from them. The trailer gives subtle hints that the series will explore not just the expansion of their criminal empire, but also the moral and psychological cost of power. Every action has a consequence, and the weight of those consequences is palpable throughout the trailer. What's particularly striking is the way Power Legacy blends nostalgia with innovation. Longtime fans will recognize familiar faces, motifs, and dynamics, but there's also a sense that this is a fresh story, one that's ready to challenge expectations and push boundaries. The trailer suggests that nothing is off-limits. Characters could die, alliances could shatter, and the very definition of power could shift in a single moment. It's that sense of unpredictability combined with high stakes and complex character dynamics that makes the trailer so thrilling. By the end, you're left with the realization that Power Legacy isn't just another spin-off. It's a continuation, an escalation, and a redefinition of the universe fans have followed for years. The trailer doesn't just promise action or drama, it promises tension, suspense, and stakes so high that every decision, every glance, and every move could change everything. If this trailer is any indication, Power Legacy is poised to become not only a must-watch series, but also the most daring, intense, and unforgettable chapter in the Power universe. Finally, the Power Legacy trailer leaves no doubt that this series is set to redefine the limits of the Power universe. Everything about it, from the pacing to the character focus to the tension and suspense, signals that fans are in for something bigger, bolder, and far more intense than anything we've seen before. The trailer teases a universe where ambition isn't enough. Strategy, loyalty, and instinct are just as deadly as violence. Tommy's drive to expand his empire